So if you're looking for a beach getaway, but you don't want the summer heat and the tourists and the traffic, visiting Destin, Florida from October through February is a prime time to take advantage of what this area has to offer. So the weather in the Destin area from October through February is typically 60 to 70 during the day and 40 to 50 at night. What this allows for is not a lot of people on the beach, so you kind of feel like you have the beach to yourself in a sense. But it also means the water is going to be chillier, so you may not get a lot of quote-unquote water days, to jump in the water, but you can still sit on the beach and enjoy the peace and serenity of the area. So typically the temperature from October through February in the Destin area is going to be, in the 60s and 70s during the day, 40s and 50s at night. You're going to have some cold water days where the water may be a little bit too chilly to get in, but it doesn't stop those kids from jumping in and our friends from up north. Every few weeks throughout the winter, we do get a cold front. And what I've found is, I'm from the Midwest originally, and it seems like anything that kind of comes through the Midwest, a cold front that pushes through, we're on a couple-day lag behind that because the jet stream kind of pushes that weather down our direction. But the most beautiful part is, it pushes and it goes through, and usually it's gone in a couple days. For example, we were in the 30s about a week ago, and now we're gonna be at like 70 degrees this weekend. So it really kind of just is a cold front that pushes through. Unlike it is in the Midwest and some of the northern states where, come October, November, winter sets in and you're not putting a pair of shorts on till, mid-spring. One of the greatest perks about coming in the off season to the Destin area is no waits at the beachfront restaurants. Typically in the summertime, you may be waiting an hour or 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours for that beachfront table, but typically in the off season, you can walk right in and get seated. And that's one of the biggest perks about coming to this area in the off season. Another great bonus that you get is typically the VRBOs, the rentals, they're all discounted, or you're not paying that hyped summer rate for a particular unit. There's some places, VRBOs, you could actually pay for an entire month what you would normally pay for a week in the summertime. So taking advantage and capitalizing on that either puts more money in your pocket or gives you more money to go spend playing golf, going to the Gulf area, and enjoying all the things that this area has to offer. One of the greatest activities that happens in the Destin area in the off season is the Destin Fishing Rodeo. So that is the entire month of October. They have it down in the harbor and the boats all go out, and the boats that are entered into the rodeo, they bring their catches in, they kind of weigh them all, and it's kind of like a big grandstand setup at the end of each and every day, and they have daily winners, weekly winners, and monthly winners for all the different divisions and sizes of fish. And it really is a really cool thing to kind of be a part of and go to when you're here in that area. There also is this first or second week in October is the Destin Seafood Festival. That is something that my family's been coming to the area for years. They absolutely love it. You've got just all different restaurants displaying their food, selling their food, and all sorts of different vendors and everything, and it's just a really big event, and it brings a lot of people from a lot of different areas. But that's usually the first or second week in October, and that's only a 3-day event, I believe. So that kind of comes and goes pretty quickly, but it's right during the fishing rodeo, so that we see a lot of people kind of come to the area just for first week in October. And if you happen to be in the Destin area over the holidays, there's a lot of 5Ks. You got carriage rides out at Grand Boulevard. You've got ice rink, you've got the Grinch, you got all these different things that they do, activities for the locals, but as well as the tourists that are actually in the area to take part in during the holiday season.